Leslie Potter here with Parenting Paused. Welcome to another week. And this week, let's take a look at attunement. Now, we hear that word thrown around a lot, especially in attachment parenting, conscious parenting, how important it is to attune to our children's emotions. Like, that's how we can actually begin to know what's going on. And yet, what they forget to tell us is that as you attune to your child's feelings, that can activate unresolved feelings and memories inside of you. And if you have not worked with those, if you've spent your life trying to avoid certain feelings, if you've tried to protect yourself from them, if you've been aggressive to certain feelings, however you have worked in yourself to resolve those feelings, but not resolve them, meaning repress those feelings, let's put it that way, because as a child you didn't have an opportunity maybe to resolve those feelings and to ground the energy, the intensity of the energy in those feelings. I like to tell parents, then it feels like your child is throwing you the hot potato. And we all know that game, right? When you get the hot potato, it's too hot to hold. So then you kind of add, I like to say, we add our energy into it if we have unresolved feelings. And then we throw that hot potato back at our children. And it just gets bigger because they can't hold it. And then they throw it back to us. And there's no one like containing that hot potato. So it turns into this roaring fire that starts to burn everyone. So even though it's a great concept, it's very hard to actually put that concept into practice until you are willing to actually sit with those feelings that get activated. And I'm talking about usually the feelings that are most hard to sit with are the feelings of powerlessness, of helpless, rage, anger, any of those, feeling rejected, abandoned. So if your child is throwing you those, and again, remember, this is an unconscious act. You want them to throw them to you. I mean, that's what attunement is. Oh, I want to be the safe place for my child to actually throw me those feelings so that I can ground them. And yet, I found, and I find with most parents I work with, there are so many unresolved feelings. And consciously, we may think we can tolerate something, but remember, your body has memories. And so when we're tuning, it's more on a body level because your child may be saying one thing, but they're feeling something else. So attunement happens like on a deeper level. So it's like body to body. And if that hot potato comes over to your body and your body has a pocket of unresolved feelings or memories that you as a child built a strategy around to repress, to avoid, as I say, which was very smart as a child, but now as an adult, what it'll do, it'll throw you back into feeling like that child again. Then you will think that your child is causing you to feel this way because they threw you that hot potato, right? And you're going to want to throw that hot potato back at them. And yet, what we can do when we will work with that unresolved charge and we can learn to ground that charge. And the main way in Pure Joy that we ground that charge is to build our capacity to stay with the charge in our adult bodies, seeing it now as life force, knowing that we can actually contain that life force, taking deep breaths, being with it, not to see it as dangerous. Where as a child, it was dangerous because you acted out that life force or you threw that hot potato to your parents. They weren't able to tolerate it. They thought you were mean, you were rude, you were bad. And so it just gets all mucked up in there and we don't know how to ground and contain and to live through this beautiful life force. So I'm going to give you a suggestion this week, maybe a hard one. It's a hard one for a lot of folks to actually welcome the intensity when it comes. So when your child throws you a hot potato, as in emotions, and you feel that activation inside of yourself, take a moment before you throw it right back. Take a moment, see if you can, with your breath, move that energy down, all the way down into your body, into imagine taking it into the ground as fuel for you to be able to show up as the adult and like give your child a place to ground. They are always grounding into us if we are safe. So we keep saying we want to be the safe emotional ground. And yet when we get activated, remember, you are not safe. You are highly charged. You are feeling emotionally threatened. So of course you're going to want to take out your kid or whoever you feel is emotionally threatening you. So this work is so incredibly profound. It's where we can go back in and actually start to work with those unresolved charges. That's all they are. We're going to talk next week about feeling stuck, and that's what it is when we get stuck in an unresolved charge because we're working so hard to resist the energy. Of course we are. As children, we had to work hard to resist that energy because that energy came out in behaviors that our parents, the culture, saw as inappropriate. Now, we're going to start working and learning to work with that energy, not with the behavior, to work with the energy so we can ground it. So then it can come out in behaviors, especially as parents that are adult, that are strong, that are capable. Just take that in for a moment. So if you haven't learned the safe seat, go on over to my website, purejoyparenting.com. There is a 5-day free download for you to learn the safe seat. And then come and join us for some practice. I have small care groups where we practice in there. We have a parenting pause course going on right now. We'll have another one coming soon. And we have a new parent coach training starting in September. So if you're interested, reach out at Leslie at Pure Joy Parenting. Yes, that's it. Leslie at purejoyparenting.com. That's what I was trying to say. And come and join us and learn how to engage with this beautiful life force that you have been given. Thank you for listening to this episode of Parenting Paused. If you enjoyed the episode, do me a favor and share it with your mama friends. You can also leave a review wherever you listen, which will support getting the Pure Joy message out. Come on over to the Pure Joy Parenting Practice Facebook page or join me on Instagram to hear more. And don't forget to download your free copy of the Safe Seat course on the Pure Joy website. And while there, check out the offerings page to go deeper in the Pure Joy work.